For the past 2 years, people have been patiently waiting for altcoin season, but it just hasn't come. No broad rallies, no phase where everything pumps together. So the question people are asking now isn't when alt season is coming, it's whether or not it's even possible anymore. And in today's video, I want to break down the strongest case for 2026 for why it could finally be the year it kicks off. For the past 2 years, people have been patiently waiting for altcoin season, but it just hasn't come. No broad rallies, no phase where everything pumps together, and no mornings when you open up CoinMarketCap and absolutely everything is green. It's just not happening. So the question people are asking now isn't when alt season is coming, it's whether or not it's even possible anymore. And in today's video, I want to break down the strongest case for 2026 for why it could finally be the year it kicks off, and what you need to be watching right now and when it's starting to happen. Before we get into today's video, guys, if you are in the UK, USA or UAE, please do not watch or engage with my content. And as always, you know, I am not a financial advisor. I am just someone sitting in their room, filming videos, filming their journey about crypto. So nothing is financial advice. All right, so let's get into it. First, we need to be clear what an altcoin season actually means, because a lot of people throw the term around way too loosely. When I say alt season, I'm not talking about a few coins or a couple of sectors outperforming Bitcoin or other assets. I'm talking about a broad-based move where most altcoins are pumping together. Bitcoin dominance is dropping like an absolute rock to the bottom of the ocean. A handful of them give you generational returns. That's the real thing. And that's also why this debate exists, because nothing like that has really happened in years, in my opinion. Now, a lot of people think that altcoin season is driven by narratives, killer apps, or adoption. But historically, that's not really how it works. Altcoin season has always been about one thing above anything else, and that is liquidity. Altcoins are thin, high-risk assets priced entirely almost on future expectations. When money is expensive, rates are high, and the dollar is strong, capital avoids that part of the market. But when liquidity expands and risk appetite returns, that's when alts catch their break. So before we get any further, guys, I do want to let you know about Bybit and Weeks. Currently, right now, we're having great promotions, and there is actually a deposit bonus as well. So if you deposit $100 on Bybit, you're going to get $20 bonus. And if you deposit $100 on Weeks, you're going to get a $25 bonus. So all the links are down there below. It could be an interesting time to trade. Of course, not financial advice. Always do your own calculations before you enter your trades, but the free bonuses are there if you want to use them. Of course, they are down below in the description. This kind of ties up and brings me to one single thing and one important chart heading into 2026 for altcoins, the ISM Manufacturing Index. Now, I know literally everyone and their mom is talking about the ISM these days, especially since Raoul Pal made it very, very popular. But most people referring to this chart have no idea what they're actually looking at. Here's what matters. Now pay attention. The ISM has this rhythm going all the way back since around 1948 or before 1950. It goes up, it goes down, of course, like a heartbeat. Every major alt season in crypto history, like for example 2013, 2017, 2021, they all lined up perfectly with the ISM pushing above the 50 mark, which signals that the economy is in fact accelerating and growth is booming. Now, after 2021, something broke, something changed in the whole cycle that we're experiencing. The rhythm basically died. The ISM pretty much flatlined in a way which we've never really seen on this chart, all going all the way back to 1948 or pre-1950. It's like a heartbeat that was alive and working, and then it just suddenly went flat. And that's pretty much what altcoins have been trading in. So there's no wonder why they felt dead. The patient has been dead. The patient being the altcoins. It's completely flatlined. But here's where it starts to get a little bit interesting. Think back to late 2024. October and January, the ISM briefly popped above that 50 mark for the first time in this entire cycle. And what happened? Altcoins went absolutely bananas. AI agent tokens were taking off. Virtuals ran from 56 cents to nearly $5 almost. Research coin went from 20 cents to $1.50. It was insane. Every day you woke up feeling like you were missing tokens because you weren't having a 10x or a 20x that week. It was crazy. And this honestly was just a tiny little macro taste, a mini altcoin season from the ISM barely taking a breath above 50. What happens when it's sustained and meaningful and it moves higher than 50? it will be an absolute bull chaos of altcoins exploding. Now, there's actually a chart that front runs the ISM, so pay attention if you think this is going to be interesting. A leading indicator of where the ISM is heading, and that's a year-over-year momentum of global M2. Another chart which we've all heard and seen to the death. Not the absolute M chart that everyone knows and loves, though, however, that M2 chart that everyone shows just goes up and to the right, and it doesn't really have any signal. I'm talking about the rate of change, the momentum of money. Historically, this has been predictive. In 2015, the M2 year-over-year bottomed around July, and the ISM didn't bottom until January 2016. Before the 2021 cycle, which we experienced, the M2 was climbing by late 2019, but the ISM didn't fully confirm until after April 2020. It consistently leads by several months in advance. Of course, we could potentially use this to our advantage. And here's what is wild about it right now. After a period of flatlining similar to the ISM, the M2, the year-over-year momentum has started to signal higher. By mid-2025, it's already surpassed late 2024's peak. And instead of rolling over like it previously been doing and flatlining, going up and down, it kept pushing higher. Now we're at levels that are generally comparable with what we've seen in the past at the start of these cycles. Think of it like a ball of Play-Doh, for example. It's stored up momentum, the pressure is building in the system, and at some point it just has to release. That's what causes the explosive move in assets prices, and of course, altcoins specifically. Now, here's the thing that pretty much ties it all together. It's not just the charts telling us 2026 is the year, there's a massive political catalyst as well, in my opinion. Scott Bessent, Trump's Treasury Secretary, has been crystal clear about this. 2025, when you take the medicine, 2026 is the feast. Their entire strategy was to front load all the painful stuff, tariffs, government restructuring, spending cuts into 2025, and then pivot towards abundance and growth in 2026 to win the midterms. An ISM move we expected? Of course, that one briefly showed up in late 2024. It got killed by tariff fears, government shutdowns, and liquidity day event. But that's all delayed, not a cancellation. The biggest setup still holds and is far more powerful than any single event. Trump, of course, wants to win the midterms. He's going to do everything in his power to juice the economy going into 2026. And the ISM is a sentiment measure. When people feel like the economy is accelerating, that's when it breaks above 50. And that's when alts go parabolic. Now, one thing that could, of course, kill this is inflation. If inflation gets out of control, the Fed can't cut rates, liquidity can't expand, and everything falls apart, basically. That's the number one risk that I can see. But here, the stars are all seemingly aligning. Energy costs are one of the biggest components of inflation, and they're baked into the cost of everything. Shipping, manufacturing, power supply, business, it all runs on energy, guys. And with the oil prices being pushed lower and new supply potentially coming online, the conditions for falling inflation are actually building. On top of that, you've got the AI productivity boom, which is starting to feed through into lower costs. So the bull case isn't just about money printing. It's about having the conditions that allow money printing without triggering inflation. And that gives the Feds the cover to cut rates and the government to continue to stimulate. Now, I know the bears in the chat are going to say there's millions of tokens now. Dilution pretty much killed altcoin season. It can never come back. And honestly, I get it. Capital spread thinner, of course, rotations are faster and more extractive, and platforms like Pump Fund have trained people to think in minutes instead of months and long term. That is definitely all true. But here's the reality check, to be honest. If you strip out the millions of meme coins and look at the projects with actual real teams actually building something, you're talking about a couple of 100,000 tokens. That's it, not millions. Of course, there's so much crap out there. There's more than enough liquidity, to go around for a couple of 100,000 projects. We saw this play out in 2024. It didn't matter that retail wasn't there. It didn't matter that there were too many altcoins. Honestly, when the conditions were right, when the ISM popped above 50, alts went crazy regardless. And had the ISM kept climbing, you would have seen retail jump on board, celebrities jumping on board as well, everything going absolutely parabolic. Plus, altcoins moving down the risk curve, legitimizing the Clarity Act, BlackRock making Bitcoin ETFs the number one profit center. All of this pulls crypto closer to the center of the financial system. And the closer alts get, the less the boil over action you need from the broader economy. So that's the picture heading into 2026, in my opinion, guys. Honestly, incentives falling, inflation conditions, and the institutional legalization, it's all converging. 2015 was absolutely brutal. There is no sugarcoating that whatsoever. And of course, if you understand the mechanics of what's driving the market and what processes are happening moving into 2026 and all the plans for that, then hopefully you can position yourself well in this market. I really do appreciate you watching this video, guys. Again, I am not a financial advisor. I am just a guy called Jack in his room making videos about his journey in crypto. And of course, if you're in the UK, USA, or UAE, please do not engage, watch, or click any links or do anything with my content you shouldn't be watching, unfortunately. So guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.